Good morning, Vibe Tribe. This is Friendly Friday, your reader and host. Today's March the 25th, 2025. Let's clear the air and call in spirit. I feel that a lot of people are at a crossroads in their life. And they're having a difficult decision, or they're having a difficult time making a decision on what they should be doing next. No, I'm not here to give advice. I'm just here to maybe help you be honest with yourself. That's what I'm going to try and ask the cards today. How can I help others that are stuck look at themselves and be honest with themselves and on really what they should be doing next? So my readings are for entertainment purposes only, but they are timeless. So we're going to ask the cards here what message or messages does it want to give out to help people be honest with themselves and better their lives. Okay, so let me pick this up here. Sorry. Thank God there's a little ledge there. So the Queen of Swords. So she is, she's all about truth. So there we go. Honesty, truth. She would be like, not a lawyer, but more like a judge type energy. Very thoughtful, logical. And the Page of Swords. Okay, so the Queen and the Page of Swords. Okay, so I hadn't finished shuffling, nor did I do the cards, or do the cut of the cards, sorry. And if you're liking my interpretation of the cards, please like and subscribe. It helps me. If you would put a comment, let me know, am I making an ass of myself? Yeah, I probably am. But I enjoy doing this. I enjoy trying to open people's eyes, help people think about things. So let's see here. Oh, that's Death in reverse. Six of Cups in reverse. So it looks to me like there is Six of Pentacles in reverse. And the Seven of Wands in reverse. Wow, looks like, there's a song that just popped into my head. I think it's a Phil Collins tune, something State of Confusion. It looks like, okay, looks like somebody's in a state of confusion here. Oh, sorry. Okay, so let's do your stepping stones up the wall. I think fell down. No. I'm going to have to sit again today. My knees are a little bit better, but I'm going to have to sit again today. So that's the Eight of Cups in reverse. Something is holding you to this. Something is, Okay, let's keep going here. Queen of Wands. Oh, sorry, Queen of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Okay. and the Two of Swords. This, we will be clarifying with this deck. This deck is an older deck. I think it's probably 40, maybe 60 years old. I'm not sure. There's no publication date on the box. And I'm sure that the little instruction pamphlet that came with it that's gone missing. So I'm sure it was just a piece of paper. So I can only guess based on the illustration, the quality of the illustration and the style of the illustration, how old they are. All right, so let's get some insight cards here. I'd like to shuffle them over the board. Oh, Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is in reverse. Nine of Cups. Wow, there's quite a lot going on here. King of Pentacles in reverse. And the World. Wow. There's a lot of information coming through here. So okay, so this is your energy. 10 of Wands. This is oh, my heart is racing a little bit. This is somebody I am talking to. I'm sure it's not just one individual. Those that are confused and maybe they don't even know they're confused about this. Oh, anyway, let me sit down here and we'll pull up a chair and my coffee. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands here and the Page of Wands. Like I said at the beginning, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, she is truth, integrity. She's in pursuit of the truth. And then the Page of Swords, he is actually he's learning critical thinking skills. He's learning there's consequences to his actions. He's learning how to not think, but he's learning how to process thoughts, learning how to critically think. But he's also a messenger, and a messenger that forgets the message, or forgets to give you the message, or has amnesia about even taking a message. So feels like there might be a delay here. And I had asked the cards about about being honest with yourself and why you're what things that you should be thinking about that are keeping you stuck. Well, right here, the Death card. So the Death card this way is like an ego death, or a change in personality, or somebody's learned the lesson, that kind of thing. This way, you're stuck. I may have to stand up for a little bit of this here so I can get a full picture. So the Six of Cups, the right way, means nostalgia. This here is saying to me that you've been living a lie. You've been living a lie. Have you been living a lie? Have you been living a lie? So there's one question that if you're stuck and you think that your situation does not feel authentic, and you would know that in your gut, in your heart, if that were the case, if you felt that there was you use your intuition and your recognition of patterns, and you can pick up when things are not authentic. If you really open your eyes, if you're really honest with yourself, or open your eyes so that you can be honest with yourself. But there must be, you must have some kind of, feels like there's commitment here. And I say that the Ten of Wands is overburdening yourself, so that's overcommitting yourself. You've overcommitted yourself, and now you think you're living a lie. You've overcommitted yourself, and now you think you're living a lie. Or you've been told lies. You've been told lies. Okay. So this Page of Swords, I think he's playing a messenger. He's playing a messenger type energy, but in this instance, he's a teller of lies with the Six of Cups, or a teller, something to be deceptive, says things that are going to be deceptive or distort the past, and that this is gaslighting you. You're being gaslit. You're being gaslit. This is what I'm getting here. This is your, this is truth and triumph. In short, I guess, it's a short description of this card. This way, it's quite obviously lies or not taking on something new, not taking on a new idea or a new thought, or lies. With this here, this is lies. This is, you've been told lies. You've been told lies, and it's keeping you stuck. You've been told lies, and it's keeping you stuck. I feel like you're the Queen of Wands here. This is your energy. So this is the deck energy that you've overcommitted yourself. You've overcommitted yourself, and you're stuck here because you're stuck here because you overcommitted yourself. You've made, you feel like a very loyal person. You feel like you stick to your word. You stick to your word. You're going to do it, you do it. So you've made these commitments, and now you're overburdened by them, and you're being gaslit not to move on. You're being gaslit not to move on. Yes, so this is the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So this is like sharing, caring, charity, helping people, that kind of thing. This way here, it feels like because you're out of balance, you can't even help yourself. You can't even help yourself. You can't defend yourself. You can't protect anything that you value. You can't protect anything that you value. Oh boy, I hope people are honest with themselves here. If you're staying to hear this message, to me it feels like there's a lot of deceit, deception, gaslighting. Somebody has been on the shitty end of the stick here, and it doesn't look very nice. It doesn't look very nice. Okay. So the commitments, the loyalty to the commitments, or to your word, your integrity, has you bound to the burdens or to the commitments that you've already said that you were going to do, said that you were going to take on. And you want to move, you want to change, you want to leave, you want out, but you've been gaslit. You have been gaslit. You've been distorting or by distorting the truth, or not telling the whole truth. Maybe not all out lies, but not giving you all the information. Although I don't see a 7 out here. Never know. Might come out here. This is causing uncertainty and anxiety and anxiety. So it looks to me like some critical thinking has to start happening here. Some critical thinking. My readings are for entertainment purposes only, but they are timeless. Like and subscribe if you enjoy my interpretation of the cards. It feels like you're starting to prepare. You're starting to even though it looks like this is you're being greedy or whatever. I think in this context, you know that the reason for you being stuck here is an outside force that you can't defend because it doesn't hold your values, or it doesn't serve you anymore, or it never served you in the first place, or feels like it feels like a guilt trip was laid on you. Now that I'm looking at this a little bit, guilt trip. Okay. It feels to me like you're preparing your resources. So maybe saving money or cutting your budget on different things, or finding somewhere else to live, even selling a home, preparing to move on. You're preparing to move on. Yeah, because you know this gaslighting is holding you back. And that they're using this gaslighting to keep you committed to the burdens that you've taken on behalf of them, on behalf of them, on behalf of them. So this could be an employer. Okay, so let's, so we have the Eight of Cups here in reverse. This is where your loyalty comes in. You don't want to turn your back and move on. You want to uphold your integrity here. And all I keep hearing is, and just keep getting this shit, getting abused, getting taken advantage of. Yeah, somebody needs to open their eyes to realize that they're being taken advantage of. Oh, by something that's not nice. While you're going through all of this, you're giving off this Queen of Wands energy. You're the Queen of the Wands, it looks to me, right? Wands. There's 17 of them right here, and then her. And then the swords. The swords are also a long, thin, right? So this is action, this is thought. But you're an action person. You like to keep busy. Yeah, so we had my dog to the vet today. He's been sick since October, and he seems to be at the tail end of it now, finally in March. 6-7 months later. That's all I can say. Lots of money. But anyway, and that's him snoring in the background if the microphone is picking it up. That's part of my high frequency, okay? And it feels like you have a fear of letting go, a fear of being without. No. You have, you want to stay committed here to somehow you want to stay attached here. Somehow you want to stay attached here. I think that there's maybe this is an income stream. So an employer, or it can be right down to a boss, I guess. You got to be honest with yourself on really if these are the types of choices you want to make, if this is how they're treating you. But anyway, that's my opinion. Yeah, it feels to me like you just, I want to say you do break the contract. You don't want to break the contract, but you do. The King of Pentacles is in reverse, and they can be like the Pentacles or any type of wealth, so that it could even be energy. It doesn't have to be money, it doesn't have to be land, it doesn't have to be gold, jewels, nothing like that. It can be just plain energy. It can also be any document that would tie you to any type of wealth. So if this is an employment, maybe you're a subcontractor and you have a contract. You have a contract. No. this doesn't feel like a subcontractor. You don't feel like a subcontractor. You feel like you work for one place, one. This is yeah. It feels like you maybe you quit with regret. Quit with regret. This is one of the choices that you could make. But remember, my readings are for entertainment purposes only. I'm actually enjoying sitting on this chair. I usually do my readings standing up. I get a better view of the cards, but this chair seems maybe a little bit lower than others. Or sorry, a little bit higher than others. So I'm almost like I'm kind of looking over the cards. You're leaving. You're not leaving in regret that you don't want to leave. You're not. You're leaving the regret. It feels to me like you're regretting that you allowed them to gaslight you. And you've now opened your. We're gonna get some more. We're gonna get some clarity on this. And now you're breaking out with new ideas and maybe testing them out a different. Maybe you're branching out into other types of jobs or other types of positions. Like if say you're a secretary. I don't know what office jobs there are. Let's say you're a secretary, but you have bookkeeping experience, so maybe you're going to move into bookkeeping, or maybe you could even be small engine repair person, and now you're going to break out and actually take mechanics to work on vehicles or other larger machines. Whatever this idea is here, you don't want to let go of it. You know that is your wish fulfillment. That is this is your true dreams, that this is holding you down from. So it looks like you have a decision to make. And this decision, whichever way you decide to go, whether you decide to stay working there or participating in your own torture, that's all I can say. Gaslighting to me is a form of psychological torture. Or you quit, you leave, you resign. Although here, I don't feel that you actually, it's almost like you've asked for a leave of absence or stress leave, sick leave. If you're feeling unhealthy, make sure you see a medical professional. Whether that's a mind or a body, okay? It's very important that you keep your health in check in order to continue on the path of the traveler. So yes, so this, it's a hard decision. This is going to be a hard decision for you to make. But in making that decision, it's going to complete the cycle. So it feels to me, oh, sorry, I keep hitting my elbow on there. It feels to me that, oh, excuse me. I sneezed if you heard that. It feels to me that you can either get stuck in this loop, or you can take this, take this path and find out where it may lead. Go on a new journey. This is what this is saying to me. But it's your choice. You've got to decide what works best for you, what is in your best interest. I don't feel that there is a time limit on this. Or like, you could work there for another 5 years and allow this to continue to happen. But when you do eventually break free and decide to do this, that this is a wish fulfillment that you're not willing to let go. And this is holding you back. Because of the loyalty to the commitments you made. Okay, let's get some clarification cards, please. Oh, look at... If you're going through hell, keep going. That was actually a quote coined by, I think, Sir Winston Churchill, if I'm not mistaken, during the war. And I have to show you this one. This one I like. I don't know who quoted this or who made this quote. The pursuit of pleasure must be the goal of every rational person. Yes, I like that. Okay, so let's get some clarification on this scenario here. Is the traveler being gaslit? Is the traveler being manipulated in any way to stay stuck? So if you could give us some clarification on the death card in reverse, please. The Empress. This is you are you feel resistant. Let's get some more clarification on the Empress, please. Oh my goodness, the Ten of Swords. More swords. It feels like you're allowing this to get into your head. Feels like you're currently you're allowing this gaslighting to leave you defenseless, and it's getting into your head. There's dark forces here. And I say dark forces, I don't necessarily mean the devil or Satan. I just mean people or energies that thrive off of other people's vulnerabilities. And it looks to me like you are, you're trying to escape. You're trying to escape, but you're having trouble with an off-ramp, an exit plan. You don't have something else because this is what it's your idea you want to do. It's your idea you want to do, but you're not sure if you leave this how you're going to implement that. I didn't ask anything yet. Okay, give us some clarification on the Six of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse, please. So this is the High Priestess. And this is, she's very intuitive, very wise. She's, she's, for lack of a better description, magical. And in this question here, you know, is this basically, I was asking, is this distorted truths or lies, right? Because that's how we described it. That to me is saying yes. Yes, they are. The High Priestess is secrets to be revealed. So something, you're going to find something out. You're going to find, this is, okay, so, you're going to find out maybe that the about the gaslighting, it's something's maybe going to happen here. Let's, okay, secrets to be revealed. So to me, this is, yes, this is either distorted truth or lie. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. Oops. Could we get some clarification on this, please? Is this a preparing to leave message? Oh, okay, so that's the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, a gift. So yes, this to me is, yes, this, you are preparing, or you will prepare yourself so that you won't be reliant on anybody else when you decide to change this situation. And like I said, it feels to me like it's employment. Maybe you're like your employer or your boss, but it could be a relationship, but I don't see any emotion on the board. So this is where it pushes me to employment. Okay. So this is, okay, so let's get some clarification on the Seven of Wands. Is this you're just tired of, give us an additional card that will open our eyes to the message of the Seven of Wands in reverse, please, Spirit. The King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so are you going to be have you been totally honest with yourself? What happened here? Have you grown from this? Have you learned your lesson about stretching yourself too thin? What have you turned basically what have you turned a blind eye to? What have you allowed you've allowed this to happen? Remember, you shape your destiny, so you better participate in it. You've been turning a blind eye to all what's going on, all what's been going on. Okay. King of Pentacles in reverse with the Seven of Wands in reverse. So just give us one more clarification card, please, Spirit. Okay, so now we got Strength in reverse. You need to start being honest with yourself. Start, you've got hopes and dreams, or maybe ideas that you want to implement, or maybe a business venture even, because there's a couple pentacles on here, right? Pentacles, 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 pentacles. That maybe fruitful, lucrative. But you've got to summon the strength. Oh boy. With this, they've beat you down. They've beat you down. You've got to summon the strength to leave. You're going to miss the people that you work with. You're going to miss the people that you work with. That's your regret. You really enjoy working with. I don't see how many people. It could be one or two. It could be 20. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, let's get some clarification on the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. Is this a is this something that is this message meant to, oh boy, okay, so what's here? I didn't even finish my question. Seven of Swords and Two of Cups. You don't have enough information, so it looks like you, and the Two of Cups, so there's another, I feel like you are going to make, you're going to make the decision to leave this situation, even though you don't have all the information. My readings are for entertainment purposes only. You have to summon the strength. You have to summon the strength to empower yourself, heal and empower yourself. This to me, normally people say, oh, this is like marriage, or like Two of Cups. This is like marriage, or some kind of a love union. Okay, maybe but I see it as not just that type of a relationship, that type of loving relationship. I also see it as a reconnecting, loving relationship, or even the relationship within ourselves. How we talk to ourselves. Talk to ourselves. So, if someone's always telling you that you're ugly and your mother dresses you funny, okay? So you're always telling yourself that in your head. You don't have enough information to leave here, but you're going to anyway. You're going to anyway. And you are going to learn to love yourself. You're going to learn to love yourself. This is a tough decision. So you're going to go on the path of staying weak, with the knowledge that you have the skill and I want to say wherewithal, but I don't. There's no strength here. You have the knowledge and the passion, the knowledge to bring this to fruition. But you've got to summon the strength to learn to love yourself first. If you don't love yourself first, then you're not. You can't continue on this path. Okay, I need to take a drink of coffee here. Either decision you make is going to be the end of this cycle. So you'll either continue on in this loop, or you'll implement a new idea, or not implement. You'll start a new business, or become a consultant even. And this is what you want. See, this is what you want. You want to be your own. You want to be your own boss. You want to be your own boss. But in order to do that, you got to learn to love yourself, right? You got to summon the strength to love yourself. Summon the strength to kick this away and love yourself. Okay. So let's see if we can get some clarification on the world and the Two of Swords. I gotta go and get my nails done at some point this afternoon. They're getting a little too long, so when I shuffle, I'm scraping my fingers. Oh. Okay. Oops. Two of Wands. It's a difficult decision. So 22 might be significant here. And the World card is card number 21 for anybody that wants to know. It's card number 21, but it's the 22nd card in the Arcana. The Fool is 0. So there's 2 and 2, so the Two of Wands. Somebody maybe wants to join you on this quest. This is maybe where the decision comes in. Do you do this with help? Do you do this with help? Let's get some more clarification on the Two of Swords, the World, and the Two of Wands, please, Spirit. The Knight of Cups is in reverse. That's what I said. The illustrations in these looks pretty gypsy-ish, I guess. Gypsy-ish. So that is the Knight of Cups. It feels like this partner offering, this partner, oh, what do you call that? Oh my gosh, that word is escaping my mind. I can hear it, but I can't say it. Proposal. This proposal. Okay, so it doesn't feel like it's a love proposal. So marriage, no, because the Knight is in reverse. And you need to decide on whether or not this would be advantageous. Weigh the pros and the cons of taking on this partnership with this idea. With this idea that is your idea. You don't want to, you're not letting it go. You're not letting go of the idea. And this, is going to be a hit, and you want to get it off the ground. This is your wish fulfillment. Okay, so you're gonna have to weigh the okay, so to me feels like an internal battle. That's what this is to me. Because if you decide to go here and stay here and not do this, then you're still gonna get your paycheck every week, 2 weeks, monthly, however you get paid, right? And you don't have to worry about resources, but you have to worry about how they value you as an individual, not as an employee. And obviously here, this is telling me they don't value you at all. Take it as it resonates. And you have a wish fulfillment, and you're preparing to explore it. You're preparing to explore it. You're defenseless against this because they've got you by the short and curlies here with all these loyalty to commitments. So you're defenseless here. If you stay, like they're not going to offer you a different position. If you stay, you will honor the commitments. Even if you have a different idea. Even if you're being passed over for promotions that you know you should have gotten. You've given it a lot of thought. You've summoned the courage. You've given it a lot of thought. Somebody who was behaving as though they were a friend, a mentor. They betrayed you. They betrayed you because they're the gaslighters. They're this all goes together. Okay, so let's, I'm already at almost an hour. Nobody's going to watch this. This will get 0 views. Okay, so I'm hoping everybody is honest with themselves and they understand what their self-worth is. Now, there's no need to be conceited or anything. Everybody has self-worth, whether you're a janitor or a king. when it comes right down to it, we're all worth the same. We have different qualities, but we're all worth the same. So you're going to have to weigh the pros and cons of staying here or moving on with your dream. But you have to have the communication with your inner self, with yourself. And it's not until you have this communication with your inner self are you going to be able to make a decision. You're going to have to weigh all the pros and cons. You're going to have to be honest with yourself. You're going to have to be honest with the people around you. Honesty is going to... so I did a video earlier last week, and the ending, the energy card and the last card here, they were both aces, and if I'm not mistaken, they were both ace of swords in the upright. So that there told me that the truth will set you free. Well, in this instance, I think you've got to be honest with yourself. Honest with yourself about what you want out of life. Honest with yourself about how you ought to be treated and how you treat others. Because remember, how you treat others is a reflection of yourself. Okay? Yeah. So it feels to me that when the timing is right for you, maybe that'll be when you hear this message for the first time. You're going to summon the strength. You're weak. You're weak. Here, you're weak here. You're going to summon the strength. Have that conversation with your inner self. Follow your dream, or follow your wish fulfillment. Follow your idea, your endeavor, your adventure. It's going to be a tough decision. But you're going to have to weigh the pros and cons, and you're going to have to make a decision. It doesn't matter what decision you make. It's going to be the end of the cycle, and the cycle will start again. So when I say, does it matter what decision you make? So you're at a crossroads. Right? That's what this is. You're at a crossroads. You can either keep going straight. You can either keep going straight, or you can turn the corner and take a new path. So if you, on the Two of Wands, in this deck, it's the Traveler. He's looking at two pathways. So you have one of two choices to make, and this is just reaffirming there's only two choices. Only two choices. Weigh the pros and cons, and you're going to have to make a decision. Maybe you fight back here. It's not fight back, but maybe you you bring to their attention how shitty they're treating you. Maybe they don't even realize it. You know, some people are so up in themselves that they don't even see how they treat other people. So that could be and maybe that's, maybe this and this are to do with this. Maybe you have ideas that you know will work, or you have a product that you want them to explore, and you know it's going to be a hit, and you're not willing to let go of that idea, but maybe they don't want to hear it, and they're gaslighting you about it. And so the decision here is, do you convince them? Do you know, or do you convince them and stay? Or do you summon the strength, have a truthful conversation with yourself, and leave? And then venture on a path, maybe implementing this idea. But these are decisions you've got to make. There's only two choices: stay or move on. That's kind of standard on in any situation, no matter whether that's friendship, employment, career. Yeah. Let's see if we can get some additional clarification up here. Because I don't see that there is, I don't see that there is an option to turn this situation around. I don't see that there's an option here. Let's see if we can get some clarification on that. Queen of Cups in reverse. So we had the Knight of Cups, and now that's the Queen of Cups. So is that's almost like you're having, so you want to, what are you holding on to that would keep you trapped over here? What, you got to ask yourself that question. What are you holding on to that's keeping you trapped into here, and is it worth it? You've got to be open and honest with yourself. I can't stress that enough. Open and with those around you. And there is your the Queen of Wands. So there's your Queen of Wands here. Yeah, be careful of the burdens you take on, of the commitments you take on. Don't let people take advantage of you. Don't let people take advantage of you, and don't devalue yourself. Don't, yeah, distorted. This is gaslighting. You can't defend yourself. You're turning a blind eye to it. You're weak. It's time to be honest with yourself. You're the Ace of Wands, or sorry, the Queen of Wands is as far as action goes, the King of Wands is rash. He's easily distracted. Shiny things, he runs after them. The Queen of Wands is more, like I said, you're loyal. She's loyal, right? You're committed, loyalty. You don't mess around with her. You don't mess around with her. So this is your energy. This is you, or the person that this message is for. Sorry. Take it as it resonates. But it feels to me that somebody has allowed themselves to be manipulated, into low self-worth. Now it's time to be honest with yourself. It's time to be honest with yourself and love yourself. Find yourself again. Yeah. Okay, so let's do a mystery, or let's do an oracle card here. Sorry, I'm crying a little What energy should the Queen of Wands, or what shaman should the Queen of Wands be seeking to work with, to help through this demeaning time? So this is the TP. So I'm just going to read the bottom part of the blurb, which is how you work with the, or what it means to have this one come up. So the TP is on page 87. Shelter. So living in one, meaning a TP, means knowing that you are exposed, precarious, and part of a world that changes and doesn't always make our times easy. Living in one means creating a shelter in reality. Let's go inside and keep warm while the rain beats down on its surface. So, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing this as finding shelter within yourself, finding home and loving yourself, and getting back to your Queen of Wands energy, getting back to your go-getter, doer, Queen of Chaos energy. This has robbed you of that. Okay, I'm going to close it there. Okay, so be honest with yourself, sincerely honest with yourself. Fall back in love with yourself and get yourself back into your Queen of Wands energy. You'll never get back to the way you were before because every experience changes us. But your internal core energy is the Queen of Wands, and you need to get back to her. Okay? Again, my name is Friendly Friday, and if you like the interpretation of my cards, please like and subscribe. Namaste.